Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another day here at Captain Crossbones Cove. You rejoin me on episode 2 today. Now, we are going to be taking a look into our next mission here at the Drain Simulator game. Now, if you missed yesterday's episode, which was episode 1, then you need to catch up. I will explain where we got to and what we are on a mission to sort out.
The convenience store is dry again. Our plunger-equipped hero has once more bullied the flood into submission. One resident told us,
I secured 3 packs of toilet paper, but it's all soggy!
tragic. Meanwhile, the mountain has entered the chat. A landslide above the farm is sending water straight into the farmhouse and barn. If you're volunteering, bring digging equipment. Because apparently, we're farming mud now.
Okay, so yesterday we did the tutorial, the market, magnet fishing, and then we did the convenience store in episode 1. So today we are going to be working on this one. This is the farm, and we have some serious work to do. Okay, so without further ado, what's going on here? Right, so it's not wanting to play ball properly with me, so bear with me 1 second. There we go. For some unknown reason, it's decided it doesn't want to play ball with the controller today. Goodness knows why. It's just having one of those meltdown moments. One of them days. Never mind. Right. I'll reset the controller shortly, and we shall see how we get on. Right. Okay. So, controller's working fine. It just seems to be showing a matter of it being in keyboard mode. So, can we reset the controls? Let's try that. Well, that's working now. So all it needed was just a reset on the keybinds, but it's still not playing ball with us, so we'll just make do. Obviously we're using a controller, so I do apologize that the controls aren't showing properly. Just wants to have a his seat today. Don't know why. Right, so we need 2 pumps. We've got 2 jennies. What else we got? We've got the cable. We've got the rake. We've got a shovel. 2 pumps. Right. Okay, so onwards and upwards. So this is the farm level. main priority is on here at this minute in time before we do consider anything around here is we have a major flood coming down from the mountain. So we're going to take a wander up that way and we'll follow the path. So come up here. As you can see, we've got a huge mud pile here. Now we don't want to touch that if we can help it. What we want to do is not touch that side there. We want to work on here. So if we concentrate on clearing this area here, what we want to do is kind of create a working channel for the water to come down this way. As you can see, there's a bit of a gully here, and at the end there is a storm drain. So we want the water to flow that way and not into the farm. Because we don't want the situation of we're clearing the farm, but as quick as we're clearing it, it's filling again. So this is the route forwards for us. Obviously, I want to do the best we can in making it wide enough. So it's going to be a little bit of a time-consuming moment, but we can cope with those. Okay, so we're working our way to here. So what I'm going to do is we'll dig the channel from the top here first. How deep is it? Help. Okay, so again, we don't want to go too wide with it if we can. Just want it wide enough and open enough to be able to send the water down to that gully. As you can see, there's quite a few rocks underneath here. So again, clear as much as we can. And that will certainly create a decent flow for us. Okay, so we're almost there with this section. Again, I've got up there to sort out as well. We just really want to stop this flow from going on to the farm and flooding the farm first. So this is a bit more time consuming in preparing this area first. But we'll get there and we can move forwards. Right, so that is plenty of area cleared. We'll just come up here now and start clearing away this section. I don't know why it's not wanting to play ball with me. Oh, for goodness sake. Don't drop the spade. Right, so we'll come up here and we'll start taking away this part. There we go, it's gonna start flowing this way now. So we'll carry on taking away down here. So we're aiming to get the water that's coming off the mountain into the gully that then leads to a storm drain. That way, that concentrates the flow from going on to the farm and relocates it in the gully for us so that we don't have any more problems with it flooding the farm. Right, so dig away as much as we can here. Let's do our best to relocate that flow so that we haven't got any water coming off the mountain into the farm. There we go. Now that should, in theory, be more than enough to stop our flood. We'll just finish grabbing what is here. There we go. Right, so if I now take a glance, as you can see, the water is no longer flowing down here. We have the water now directly going towards that gully. So I'm going to just make a bit more of a channel here, which will pull it away a bit more from the edge for us. Okay. There we go. Right, so we're down to ground there. Same again here, we'll sort that out. Because I don't want it to overflow while we're trying to work up at the top. So if I can bring the flow down, which is going to be a much better help for us. Okay, so that'll do. That's a nice channel now. So as you can see, that is now travelling down the gully here and heading all the way down to our storm drain, which is literally just here. Okay, so there's your storm drain down there. We've got water now flowing off the farm down to that gully as well. Now, if we open the map, we can see we've got a drain here in the barn. So if we change to rake, we can see that it is literally just there. So if we can open that, that's going to help with the drainage. Because we're kind of floating in the water at the minute here. That seems to be the deepest part of it. Why did I just do that for? Right. So, that is the barn drain now unclogged. What we now want to do is head out here. We want to locate the next drain, which is here on the garden. So look for the bubbles. It's here somewhere. Ran past it. There we go. Right, so that is the drain in the garden now done. So we'll keep an eye on those. There isn't anything else drain-wise, so what we're now going to head off and do, we're going to go and take one of those pumps and also one of the generators, and we're going to place that just here. Okay, so this is going to help the water, obviously. Right, we need a generator. We'll put that there. Okay, and we'll connect that. We'll get the Jenny on. So this is just going to help with what water's already flowing down into that gully. So that is that one sorted. Now there's not really a major deal we can do other than keeping an eye on the drains. So we've got one drain here, just until obviously the water is lower, because there are going to be certain areas where we need the water to be emptied out of. Right, so the other drain is just here. Make sure that's clear. What we could probably do is we could possibly add a second submergible pump just to give it that extra oomph. So I'm going to add that second pump here. Like so. We'll take that, put that on our second pump. Okay, so that's two pumps now pushing the water out. Okay, so as you can see, obviously the water level is still quite high because of where the water is overflowing from there. Now, as I say, I'm going to run the two pumps because that will certainly help push the water a lot quicker. There's nothing else we need, but we could probably gather the light just in case it does get dark. So we're going to put that just here. Okay, so we can at least now see what's going on around here. Probably what I'll do actually is we'll move that like that, because now we can see that already the water level has dropped and it's no longer self-propelling over this hill. So it's all reliant on our pumps. We're running the 2. We could probably put a third one if we wanted. Bit overkill, but it would work. As I say, the more water we can get off the farm, the better. So we'll add our third pump in here. I'll put that over there. Add our second generator in place. And we'll grab that. So then we'll get that generator going, that pump going. So that's now pumping the water out from 3 pumps, and that is coming down here into that same gully we got the water from the mountain coming down. So we're no longer getting a flood on the farm itself from the mountain. This is just literally the excess. Our drain needs unclogging again here. Again, as you can see already, we're no longer swimming in the barn, which was one of the deepest areas. We've got a little bit of a deep zone here, which we can soon sort out once we've got rid of the major side of the flood. And for now, we'll just clear off these drains, because there's literally nothing else we can do while we've got this excessive amount of water. So we're doing okay. We're not doing too bad at all. As you can see, the water is showing that it's disappearing on the map. So that's going to be a big help for us. Right, so let's get the torch on and keep an eye on what's going on here. There's no overflow or anything. That is literally just going straight into our gully. Go and check upon the drains here. Again, as you can see already, how much of a difference the water level has dropped. Even if we go to our vehicle, you can see the water was originally up to here, so it has come down quite considerably. We've got a water flow just here again. That will soon dissipate. Going to clear that drain. again, what we'll need to do is we'll need to transfer one of our pumps over to here eventually. Once this water level has dropped, I think what we could probably do actually is we could probably do that now. So I'm gonna take one of the Mark IIs, because as you can see they're not fully submersed in the water now. So we'll take one of the Mark IIs. We need one of the generators. So we'll link that into there. And we'll go from there to there. So that gets both of those going. Again, the drains are helping as well. So we now want to have a look over here. That drain's helping. We'll now push what water we've got coming here. We need to rotate that first. So we'll now grab that into our deepest area, which will be here. And we can then assist the water to go that way for us. Let's grab our pump, our generator. Now once we have got rid of majority of the excess water level, we can then work towards putting the pump pipes into the drains. This one needs unclogging. So again, you can see the huge difference already, especially from the pumps as well. So they're doing their job absolutely brilliantly. We've got this one over here, which is pushing the water from the house. So we'll keep an eye on those. We need to unclog this drain again. Now there is only the 2 drains on this, but again, as you can see, the water level is dropping, which is absolutely brilliant. We don't need to worry about water coming back through. So again, keep our eye on everything from the drains to the pump. How we're looking with this drain. It could do with a bit of an unclog. There we go. Our pumps over here, they're doing okay at the moment. So the water level has dropped quite considerably. We really just need this one to be dropping on us. So that's going to push the water through the barn for us and then into that storm drain there, and also to our pumps, which are doing absolutely fine. Right, so how we're looking water drain wires. Or just give it a once over. What have we dropped here? Oh no, that's the pipe. Oh, don't want to move that. How's this one? Unclog that one. So, considering the fact that the water was literally covering halfway up here, we've done an absolute brilliant job in clearing everything. Now we've still got round here to do. Obviously we'll need to grab our pump from here eventually. But for now, obviously, that's going to pull some of the water through. Right, so drain check here on the garden. And another one over here. Again, just checking them over. Making sure that the sludge is not there so much. Okay, that is still doing brilliant there for us. No sign of any struggle on the pump. Okay, now look at that. That has dropped quite considerably since we were last over here. So that is definitely a great thing to happen. So we just want the water flow from this end here to just keep on flowing round. What we could probably do, I know it sounds a little daft, but what we could do is grab our squeegee. No, I didn't want the wrench, I want the squeegee, thank you. We could possibly assist it just that little bit, so we can keep on going with it. Again, we want to do the best we can to clear all areas. I mean, that's got a nice flow round there anyway. What's going on this end? Right, we'll push some of the water this way. Let's see if we can assist it. Right, so that's clear there. Got a good flow going here. So we're not in any signs of struggle at the moment. So clear the sludge from there. One pump is now struggling, so we'll grab that. We'll grab it, put it back a bit, because we still want that one pump, even if we have reduced. Come on. There we go. So that one pump will still push what water we've got. obviously the drain's doing its thing. That's still getting water flow from this way, which is great. We can assist it by pushing it. Helps forget the squeegee. Now we will obviously see it coming back, but we want to try and assist the flow of the water to head down to our pump here at the front. Go, and we'll do again another run. The more we can push, the better. Just assist the pump as we progress forwards. We've still got quite a bit here to push anyway, but at least this is assisting it. As quick as we can. Obviously, any excess that we end up with, what we can do is we can put that towards the garden drain, which I think I'm going to actually do now. So we'll grab hold of that, and we want to aim it that way. Can we reach the garden drain? Not quite. Okay, so that one's gonna have to remain working over here for us. As you can see, we've still got a bit of a flow going, so ideally we want that to continue flowing. Right, grab hold of that and we'll put that on. There we go. So we'll carry that on from this point. Where's our rake? Okay, there's the garden now done, even with the water here. So what we could do just to assist it is that we could come over to the van, or the truck, sorry. No, I didn't want that. I want the Hoover. And what we can do here now is we can just assist just this area that we've got. Right. We've got quite a bit of water still to collect, especially here. So we'll take that. That's struggling, even though it's got a flow of water still. Now we've got some sludge here. There we go. Clear that off. Now that one's struggling as well, but we want to keep it going as best as we can, even though there's no water at all from it. Just want to keep it going just for the time being, because there may be some excess. Tell you what, I'll turn that off for now. Turn that one off. What we'll do, we'll grab that, because ideally all that's really left now is for the barn to drain. We've got all of here still left as well, so I'm going to place that, turn it on, and we'll have a look here. Grab our hoover. I'll assist the front garden pump. Okay. So run that back down the gully. I've still got a bit of excess here as well. We can sort all that as we progress. So let's dump that down the gully there, and we'll head back this way. Okay, grab hold of what we can find here. So the house front yard is almost complete. So that means the garden and house front will be done. Again, let's go and empty that down the gully. Right. There we go. So it doesn't matter about the excess water that is in that channel, as long as we completely clear the area here. We're not too bad with that. So we just want to concentrate on trying to clear front, and we've also got the backyard to do as well. We've also got the barn to finish. My main focus at this minute is clearing off the house area. So let's progress. I think we need to just check the drain over here. Yep, that needs a good clean off. Okay, and how we're looking here. I can turn that off. Grab hold of that. Some water in there now, which is just completely done. So that is the front yard and the garden done. Now we've got to sort out the backyard. Okay, now we're not going to have it perfectly all clear, because obviously it is raining. At least it's only going to be rainwater. I don't want to fall in here. Oh, for goodness sake, drop that again. Right. So, looking here, the drain just needs clearing. Other than that, we're starting to get a lot clearer. So, now we've got to carry on with the backyard here. So it's all this area here. Right. There's no point using the pump just for that little bit. You know, we may as well just carry on the way we're doing it. Right, that can go. Right, so this area is where we're working currently, which is our backyard area. Just to okay, there we go. Another one to go. We'll come up this way, because we can access the gully either area. Ah! No! Let me out! I didn't want to fall in there. Come on. Thank you. Right. So it's drained quite quickly, to be honest. I'm quite impressed. So the house front yard is starting to gain some water again. That will be just in that dip where we've got the pump. That's the word I was looking for. Right, another one. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna run the pump, even though it's gonna struggle. That needs clearing again. Okay, so down into the gully. And back over here. Now, we can sort the house front yard side of things, as that's not got too much anyway. It's mainly, let's get with this area here. Okay, so run that again down the gully, because we don't want that. So we can empty it here. A lot of back and forth at the minute getting our steps in, but at least we know that we are in the right direction, not the wrong direction. So, continuing with our backyard now. That's gonna ping very soon. Okay, another run to the gully. I've got here to clear out, the rest of what's in here to do, because there is a dip there, so it's not going to fully get to the drain, but we can sort that. In actual fact, as I'm here, we can actually sort that now. So I'm going to grab the pump and we're going to place that here, and we'll drop the hose, if we can, to there. Might not work, might work. One or the other, hopefully. We'll see. Right, so that can sit there. I want that on, so we haven't got to mess around. We can just place that on there and go. At least that's going to help it just a bit. I know it looks like it's just going back on itself. But at least now it's one step closer. As you can see, it's already disappearing. Right, back to the backyard. And we want to carry on here. Okay, so there's water just here. There we go, backyard's done. Now back to the front yard. So already, as you can see, that has assisted. So we're not going to complain there. Oh, I fell in. Okay. No worries. Thank you. My trusty sea dog just brought me some lunch. Not going to complain at that one. So, right. House front yard needs finishing. Let's see if we can find it. It's going to be here somewhere. There we go. The house front yard's done. I've just got the barn area to finish. So we shall now continue with our drop. We need to drop that. We can grab hold of that because we don't need that now. Okay, so now we've done that, we'll grab our hoover and we'll now just work on this area. There we go. We're done. Huzzah! And $1,000. Brilliant. Okay, back to the garage.
Rain update. Still raining. The farm has been cleared, and the farmhouse and barn are back on solid ground. Credit goes once again to our plunger equipped specialist. We asked the farmer for comment. He said,
I would have handled it myself. Had it under control. Just been real busy. Next thing I know, the water's gone.
busy man. Anyway, the rain hasn't stopped, and now the parking garage downtown is completely flooded. Several
Okay.
cars are fully underwater. If you parked on the lower level, your vehicle now identifies as aquatic. More updates soon.
Okay, so we're on to the parking garage. So we'll now go here. We want to select all the tools. We don't need all of them, but we'll take them. It's better, to be honest. You never know. At least having them, you've got them. If you like what you see, please do like, share, subscribe, and comment. As I say, this is episode 2 of our drain simulator. So yesterday we did episode 1 up until the farm, and then we're continuing from the farm today. Okay, so this is the parking garage. What the heck? Okay. I don't know where that's coming from. Right. Okay, so we'll grab hold of our 2 generators. We want one of those. We need the rake. And we need our power cable. And we also want the wrench. We'll take 2 pumps. Now, with the blanket, or the barrier, should I say, what we want to do is that we want to put that barrier across here because we've got water flow going down into the garage. So we'll motivate that from there to there, I think? No. We'll go from the end of the curb here, actually. That'd be a better idea. We'll go there to there. Now we can read this pipe here and we can connect that into our fire hydrant. So we don't have to worry about water pumping from our submersible pump. We can just literally connect it to a fire hydrant, and as you can see, that's filling up nicely, and the flow of water from off the street is now concentrated in the drains up here, whereas down here the flow has stopped. Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to unclog this drain here. Now it's not going to be absolutely 100% emptying the car park, because we've got a couple of areas where we've got a leak. So we'll go and sort those leaks first of all. Again, one here, Right, that's done. That's one leak sorted. If we come over this way here, again we can check the map. Anyway, you can see all the drain points, which we'll be sorting very shortly. Our main priority at the minute is to cure any leaks. So if we keep on looking at the map again, you can see over there that there is a broken pipe, which is just here. So we can grab hold of that one. Okay. So we've now got that under control. Now, what we're looking for is our drainage points. So what we now need is our trusty rake. There's a drain just here. So we'll get that one. Then we'll head over this way. I know we're going back, but there is a drain over here. We're just about to come on top of it. Should be anyway. Where's that? Okay, this one's playing a mysterious hidden game. What could it be there? Or what? Well, we're inside it, so this is a drain here which we can climb in and out of. There should be one over here. Yep, there's some bubbles. So we'll grab that one. And another one up this way. Okay, just here. We'll grab that one. Helps if you get it in the right place. It's a bit awkward to line up in the water. There we go. Okay. Next one we should have is over here. If I'm right. Nope. It says that there's another one, but that must be that it's just showing those exit points. We've got one just here, so we'll grab that one. Okay, now we got these. This one's starting to clog back up with sludge, so we'll get that and clear that out of the way. Now we've got several drains over here, so there's a drain just here, but that doesn't do anything for us. So if we head this way, we've got a drain just here. So that's another drain unclogged. We'll follow this, and there should be one just here. There we go. One there. Lovely. Okay, so that's that one. And we'll follow it round to this one. Okay, so so that one's done. There's another one up here where the broken pipe was. Just there. Again, if you do struggle to find those, then at least if you can't work out where they are on the map, if you look for the bubbles in the water, I'll show you an example. Just here, look. If you see the bubbles there, then you know there is a drain. So that helps quite considerably at the same time. Right, so we've got those. And we want to now head this way because there's more drains coming up on this side. So we'll hunt for those. Right, there's one coming up here, look, just there where the bubbles are displaying. We'll clear the sludge. Okay, there should be another one just up here as well. Again, there's the bubbles. Okay, so that is that one. Now we should have some over here. I'm correct. Not just there, it's over there. There it is. I was running away from it. Oh! Right, so clear that one. And we've got that one done. Now there should be some over here as well. So we're looking just there. There they are. There's the bubbles. That's what we're looking for. Okay, now it's saying that there is two there, but there isn't. There's only that one that is visible. Okay, so there's that one. Then we've got anything over here? Nothing showing on the map. So we'll come back to here, and as you can see, we've got sludge filling that one. So now it's just a case of chasing the sludge. In this particular area. Right, a little bit on that one. Nothing there. That one's starting to sludge. We'll clear the sludge from there. Again, starting to appear here. Lovely. Okay, so we'll just keep going with the sludge removal. We've made such an impact that the water is definitely receding, which is brilliant. The cars are all visible, which is what we want, is to be able to reveal those. Right, so again, doing a round for a drains. Another one there. So we're just purely running around now with our rake, and we're clearing out all the sludge from the drains to keep those from blocking. So that is again there. So it appears quite quickly, to be honest. As quick as you go round, you're going back round again. What just cleared on our storage? Okay. So next one was over here, wasn't it? Nope. Because I keep getting confused with that one. That needs clearing again. Okay. So as we can see already, it has made a huge difference with it receding. That one's starting to clog with sludge, so we'll get that. Another one just... where was it? It was here. Okay. We're just going to run all these drains again for us. So not much water left to go. In these areas here. What I will want to do is let's go up here. If we can open that, jump out. Kind of like a little shortcut. Right, shovel. We need that. The reason why we are going to need that is because the next zone that we need to sort out is just over here. So just over here, as you can see, there are a drain location. Now, just down here, if you look on the map, you can see that it's displaying one. So this here is another storm drain. So what we can do with little to no access without getting caught swimming, we can clear enough to start clearing it out. There is no other way of being able to do it other than the way we are. So, well, we can get this. It's just a case of trying to fight against the water level. There we go. I think I just got it. Or is that our other drain? I think that may have been the other drain. Yeah, because the water's not flowing yet. So, keep on going, keep trying. Eventually we'll get that. Because we want to release what water flow is in here purely because once we have, then we can start emptying other little areas. Now I could just pump this over to one of the car parking areas, but I tend to prefer to battle it in a way. So we'll carry on going with this. We will get there eventually. Right, what I might have to do, I might end up having to put a pump to drain at least some of the water, because there isn't any other drain available in this part. So what we're gonna do, so I really want to get that dug out, and we can walk on the area in certain places. Just be really handy. Here we go. There we go. We've got it. We've found a spot that we can work with. So we'll keep on going until we can. Come on. You had it then. Thing is, I've cleared majority of it, so you would have thought by now it would start clearing on us. Just a case of having that little battle. As I say, we've cleared majority of it. It's just that one side. If we can clear enough to be able to get it started, and we're laughing really. Come on. Where's that angle we had last time? Got a really good angle at one point. We can hear it when it actually catches. It's just trying to get that right location for it. I just don't understand why we need to clear majority of it out before it starts taking any of the water flow. We'll just keep at it. Oh, there we go. We can stand on here now. Okay, so the water level has receded for some unknown reason. We can now do that. Right, okay. There we go. That's what we want, is for the water level to recede. Is it going? Is it not? I don't know. Because it's so deep, it's one of those of not being able to tell. It looks like the water flow is going down, so we can now see the top of the benches, and yeah, you can see the flow now. So that is starting to go down the storm drain, which is brilliant. So eventually we'll start to hear and see that as it goes down. Now, if we come up here for a minute, we have these little areas here. Now, these are classed as driveways. I don't know why they're classed as driveways. They are not exactly able to be driven into. But, yeah, we'll go with it. If they want to call them driveways, then that is absolutely fine. Right. Pick that up. Take that, and we'll put that down here. Okay. Now, we want the generator, which we can now put down here, because all of our parking lot areas are completely done. We'll put that on there. Start the... Come on. There we go. So now we can start pumping the water from here. There we go, look, it's now flowing perfectly. I don't think there is any more dirt. No. Just checking, just in case, because you never know. Right, so that is doing its thing. So this area is almost done. We've got Don't know. Do we need our squeegee? Let's go and get the squeegee. Just to be on the best side. Okay. Using the shortcut was the quickest option. Right. Okay. So driveway 2 is done. Don't need the squeegee for that. So we can now put that into our inventory. We'll grab hold of that. Because knowing that that is done, we haven't got to worry. Right. I think we'll look at as well is just making sure all the drains are clear as we're progressing that way. So we've got driveway 1, which is here. So again, we'll grab our submersible pump and we're going to put that just there. We'll take our pipe and we're going to put that over the edge just here. Now the reason for that is because there isn't anywhere else we can really drain that to. So if we do this and clear it off into our courtyard, this storm drain here is doing the hard work for us. Just seen a little bit there. There we go. Okay, so while we're now doing that, we'll nip back to the truck. Jump up here again. Come on. Thank you. Right. Now what we'll do, we'll go and grab the Hoover. What we need, we'll drop the wrench because we don't need the wrench. Go back down here and up and over. So that storm drain is doing a great job. Let's just grab that. We can certainly push forwards. Right, driveway 1 is done. So we'll go and clear driveway 1 very shortly. Let's pour that in there. Right, so driveway 1 is just here. We need to pick that up and we'll grab that. Right, so next plan of action is, can we get that to sit on a bench for us? Not quite. Okay. I think we'll utilize the stairs as best as we can. What we now want to do is grab a submersible pump because we want all the water to be over this end. So I'm going to put another one just here. That will now push all the water from those over to, obviously, the storm drain. Right, so we'll connect those. We'll now turn those on. Okay, so that's going to help push the water through. Obviously, we still have quite a bit of a water level there. Now, I wonder if we can assist in pushing the water down into there. So the quicker we can get the water down, the quicker the water level will drop on us. Because obviously, at the minute, it's kind of giving us a bit of a backflow, sorry. And we don't want that backflow. And I just want it all to go one direction. So if we can try and prevent that from being the case. Just keep pushing the water down. Because we've obviously got the water flow from there. Now I wonder if I can actually get those any closer. Yes, I can actually. Okay, even better. There we go. Okay, so that's gonna help us now. So as you can see, it's not quite so much of a backflow. So it's literally just this courtyard left, and then we can move on to the next one. So I'm just going to assist it with the water flow, because we've got quite a lot over here as well. And it'd be handy if we can get that sorted as well. Right, so what could I do? I could probably get another generator and pump going, but realistically there isn't any need for it. The two we've got are more than suffice. Right, so we'll assist our pump with water from over here. We'll push some more water from here that way as well. The more we can push towards the drain, the better. Okay. So with the two pumps and the squeegee being used, we're doing really, really well with the clear up. As you can see, there's not much water left over this end. The storm drain is doing the work for us that we want it to. Okay, so we'll just keep on pushing the water that way and just hope that we can clear it as soon as we can. There's not much more of the courtyard left to do anyway. There's not much here either to do. I say that, it's still got quite a bit of water on this end, but I think what we might look at doing very shortly is getting a tangent system so that the water can travel from one end to the other. Because it's a little bit far over this way. Right, let's grab some water and squeegee it this way. So that's just helping us assist the submersible pumps. Obviously we can push it away from the corners. I don't understand why, in a way, the pump I've got on the path is seeming to do a lot better than the pump I've got on the grass verge. So I'm going to move that one, and yeah, I've just dropped my squeegee. Right, let's go there with it, and we'll go as far as we can. Yeah, cheers. There. So we relocate the one pump. If this doesn't work, then I'm going to use the other pump as well. Now I could technically do that now anyway because it's struggling. So what I could do is we could put this one over here to send over there. Now I know it sounds daft, but if we can push the water from here into that one and then over to there, then in a way we're achieving it. So let's grab the second Jenny, put that on there and start that. There we go. So that's now going to pull the water from the end there and push it towards this one, which is then going to push it that way. I think that's a good system going. What we could probably do with this one, to probably move that to here now. There's plenty of assist there, and then cable to that one. Yeah, there we go. That's going to work much better. We need the squeegee back because what we'll do while that's pushing and pulling will assist the water to flow this way. Alright. We'll assist our water flow down through there. It's the only thing we can do, unfortunately, because that is just not quite going to be long enough unless... Can I now move it again? Let's just try moving that over here, because it's the fact that we're pumping the water down that end and pushing it up here. We should technically be able to get a more direct run now, because it was struggling originally in this corner. So we'll give it a shot, see what happens. We can now jump over here and we'll assist this pump. It's not going to make much of a difference, but at least it's pushing some of the water that way. As it is receding, it's just a case of it taking its time, which is fine. Right, so you can see where the water really is receding in places, which is great. And right, so keeping it going with the squeegee. That'll do for there for a moment. Now, as that's working so much better now with the direction of the water flow, what we can now do is carry on assisting with the water this end into the storm drain. There's not much left here, I don't think. Okay. There's a bit here, which is fine. I'll just keep pushing that. Or we'll pull it. There we go. Just keep pulling it towards our storm drain. Eventually it will dissipate even further. Okay, so we're trying our best to focus all the water over to this side to go down the storm drain. And at the same time, we're assisting it. We'll grab what's there. Got a bit of water there, which is fine. We can resolve that. We'll throw that down there. Okay, so what we got going on here now is it receding quite a lot or not? It's going. It is going. I'll grab the hoover and we'll start hoovering here. We'll just make sure that our path here is cleared. There we go. So that's now ready. It didn't quite go in. Oh, for goodness sake. Didn't quite go to plan. I wanted to go down the storm drain, not around it. So, right. No! What are you doing? Oh, for goodness sake. Don't get stuck. Okay, so I just grab what we can with the hoover to also help assist it. Gotta find a better place to throw the water because that's as that's as best as we're gonna get. So we'll just keep going with what we can. Okay, so that's done that. I'm not too worried about it going in the outside of the thingy, outside of the storm drain. We can sort that as we progress forwards. So the courtyard's taking a little bit longer than expected. So we do need to try and assist everything and see if we can get it gone quicker. What I might do is let's take that pump out of the equation now. It's helped us in a little way. Alright, squeegee. And we'll pull the water towards our pump. No! Don't go on the path. Oh, for goodness sake. Ah, dear. What a mess. Right, you go down there. Okay, the pump's trying to say I'm struggling, but I don't see how or why. And there's plenty of water in here for it to take. Right, so we are almost there now. It's not much more that it's saying there is, so where's our squeegee? We'll send that. Oh, just give it a bit of a manual Labour help. There we go. Let's come back all this way. Which is fine because we can grab that. What else have we? Okay, so there's some more to go there. I'll grab what's there. Okay. So the courtyard is virtually done. We're just going to keep going until eventually it says enough. Right. I just wish it wouldn't do that. By the sounds of that pump, it is starting to struggle. Yeah, it's going yellow, so that's starting to struggle. At least it's still pumping some water for us. There we go. Okay, so that's full. There's just no other way to be able to empty the Hoover without it going everywhere. I just don't understand that. Right, so our courtyard is literally on the verge now of being complete. And just have those little bits of water here and there to clear. Alright, so we'll just run up and down here for now, just until, there we go. I say just until we're completely clear. Right, to the garage.
Well, this is new. The sun is out. The parking garage has been cleared. The cars are no longer underwater. They also no longer start, but visually, things are improving. The rain has paused, but the canal at the outskirts of town has been at capacity for days. One side of the canal wall is cracking and starting to bow outward. It is extremely close to collapsing, and directly behind it sits the old church. On the bright side, at least we'll have good lighting if it happens.
Okay, so tomorrow's episode, we are going to progress on to the church. We have a time limit on this one. which is 10 minutes before the breach. So tomorrow we'll start off with the church. I hope you've enjoyed watching. Thanks again. Please do like, share, subscribe, and comment, and we will see you again on the next episode. Thanks again. Bye for now.
Avast, ye scallywags! If ye enjoy this video, don't be a scurvy dog. Mash that like button and subscribe to me channel. Fair winds to ye all. Thanks for watching me hearties, and I'll see ye in the next voyage.